How do you propose we do that? By retrieving this. I already got one of those.
You can get credit for this movie and to our millions of AMC stuff.
Alright guys, so I unexpectedly went to go see Robin Hood last night, and the movie was almost sold out. I had to go sit in the second row, but the recliners, so it was fine. And the reason why I kind of bring that up is because other movies that I've been wanting to see also recently is Ralph Breaks the Internet and Creed 2, which were pretty much sold out. They only had like scattered seats, but most of them were right in the front. And yeah, it's been hard getting tickets to go see those movies. But luckily, I finally secured my tickets to go see both of them tonight in the Dolby Theater, so I'm excited to go see those movies tonight. I'm going to leave in a few hours, of course. And basically, Robin Hood, my parents kind of want to go see this movie. I was, basically in Robin Hood, we just follow the story, the origin story of Robin Hood, who basically has been stealing coins from his town to just piss off the sheriff of the town, because he just kind of sort of has a disagreement with him. And I won't lie, when I first saw the set photos of this movie, just seeing Taron Egerton star as Robin Hood, I was excited for this movie. Mainly because at the time when those set photos were released was around the time when the Kingsman movie, the Golden Circle, came out. And I loved the Kingsman movies, and I loved Taron Egerton as Eggsy in those movies. So I was just excited to see him star as Robin Hood alongside Jamie Foxx, who I also was excited to see in this movie when I saw those set photos. But then the trailers came out, and the trailers made this movie look god-awful. But Robin Hood is just honestly, after seeing Robin Hood, my final opinion in this movie is that Robin Hood is a hilariously awesome movie that, just like the 50 Shades movies, which are also both hilarious and awesome in my opinion, it benefits a lot from how entertaining the movie is. And basically where my comparison to those 50 Shades movie come. Basically both movies, they're not good movies. They're pretty much bad movies, but they're bad movies that I really enjoy watching so much, to a point where it's just mega guilty pleasure material. I mean, I really do see their effort here, but the thing is that they just try way too hard, to a point where it's honestly just hilarious. The movie is nearly 2 hours long, but the whole movie, basically, we spent time seeing Robin just steal coins and trying to reunite with his girlfriend. I mean, yeah, the movie is filled with some very cool, some very stylish action scenes and some great choreography. But there's just other things that I wish that this movie could have focused on so much better, such as, the relationship between Robin and his girlfriend. I think her name was Marion. Robin Marion, which it just feels like it's just extremely underdeveloped. It pretty much feels like she's just there, and the relationship is just there in the movie, just because basically in the source material of Robin Hood, they're in a relationship. It just feels forced into the movie. And not only the relationship feels forced, I mean, even his girlfriend, Marion, just feels forced in this movie instead of feeling like she belongs there. Sometimes it also feels like in this movie, it sometimes feels like things just happen just to raise the stakes to what's about to go on later in the third act. And, I also thought that the villain in this movie, who was played by Ben Mendelsohn, I believe his last name is, some of the things that his character did was shockingly bad. But Ben Mendelsohn, though, he could play a great villain in any movie. I mean, look at Star Wars Rogue One. He was a very good villain in that movie. He was good in the movie. The villain was sort of weak. But Ready Player One, great movie. And he was a great villain in that movie. And this guy is just so damn good at playing a villain, to a point where he's at the same time very likable. And same goes for this movie. He's a dick in this movie, but he's just likable just because it's Ben Mendelsohn. So I think he does a really good job of that. And of course, Taron Egerton was not bad at all as Robin Hood. He was very entertaining, and he was very committed to his role. Jamie Foxx also further saves this movie because he's also really entertaining in this movie to watch. And Jamie Dornan, who coincidence because he also starred in the 50 Shades movies. I kind of compare this movie to the 50 Shades movie once again because of how bad these movies could be, but they're very entertaining. So anyways, Jamie Dornan is in this movie and he's fine in this movie. He doesn't have much to do. He's just kind of sort of there to make Robin a bit more jealous. And although again just nagging on the girl who plays Robin's girlfriend, the actress that plays her was pretty awful in the role. I mean, yeah, they casted her because she's, very good looking, but I didn't think that her acting chops in this movie were very good at all. Overall, Robin Hood is just a movie that I could have hated more if it wasn't for the guilty pleasure fun material that this movie had. Actually, after thinking about it, I don't actually hate this movie. I don't think this is a good movie, really. But there is so much things that I did genuinely enjoy about this movie. Again, such as the very fun and entertaining action scenes and the choreography in this movie, and of course the actors in this movie were also, for the most part, entertaining. And I don't know, I'm just really mixed on this movie. This movie is a mixed bag for me because I feel like this is a movie that I should have hated, but I didn't really hate. I don't know. For sure, though, Robin Hood is definitely going to be joining all 3 50 Shades movies, sitting right next to each other in my guilty pleasures section of my movie collection. So it's going to be joining these movies for sure. I'm going to be buying the 4K for this movie probably next Friday, Black Friday, because of how fun this movie really was. Overall, a movie that I know a lot of people will enjoy this movie, so I am going to give this movie, I think this movie's worthy of basically just waiting to rent it on Redbox or getting it on Netflix. And with that being said, I'm going to give Robin Hood a C-. I kind of want to say that this movie is masterful in its own ways, because it kind of is, but I kind of feel wrong in saying that, but I'm going to say this movie is very masterful in its own ways. It's a guilty pleasure, once again. It's not a good movie, but it's just that kind of movie that is kind of bad, but at the same time it's so good. So that's my review on Robin Hood. I hope if you guys seen this movie, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Again, not a good movie, but it is enjoyable. But anyways, if you guys seen this movie, tell me what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.